Hey everybody, welcome back to Andertons TV. Today, finally, Boss, Katana Go, which came out in 2024. Boss, you all right there?
Yeah, sorry, I was just...
Boss withdrew it for sale at some point, sort of around about the summer, citing getting parts problems, etc., etc. But it's back.
It's back, baby.
It is. Identical processor, operating system, app on the phone, on the tablet.
I mean, what's the only thing really? The volume on the top is now on the side.
Yes.
Maybe give it a more sleek look with the massive D. And just while we're talking about D, please like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
Because you can win a clone.
Now,
and we're so closely. Come on, man.
Yes.
Come on.
If all you want to watch is a video of what does the Boss Katana Go sound like and what did we think of it, then links below to the video we shot last year. This video, though, since the Katana Go was released last year, we've had a new offering from Fender in the Micro Mustang Plus, and there is, of course, ye old faithful NUX MP3, which is the oldest one of the three, but still incredible functionality and the cheapest one of the three. So we thought in this video we'd just shoot them out a little bit, sort of talk about mainly about the tones, but a little bit about the functionality. So there we are. That's the new shape Katana Go.
So if you want to skip one, use the timestamps, and if you just want to hear playing, go to channel 2 as well. And Lee, that's a really nice jumper you're wearing there. Is that a Cloud jumper? Can people buy those jumpers?
They can indeed.
Can they?
You nip over to the Andertons merch site, you get sweats, hoodies and t-shirts.
And hats.
And hats.
Socks.
Bags.
Bags.
Underpants.
Right,
come on, Mr. Pete.
Yeah.
So I'm screen recording the app as I'm using it. This is the Katana Go app. It's exactly the same as the previous app. So if we look across the bottom here, we've got 5 different modes: editor, session, librarian. It's the Michael Jackson librarian.
I was just about to say.
Tone exchange, system stuff. But within editor is where all of your presets are and where you can adjust all the basic tones. So let's have a quick go through some of the presets.
Yeah, so you also got on the side, you got an ABC switch that you can, via the app, you can use your own settings and put them in.
I've suddenly realised here, of course, people will go, but you're not wearing headphones, Mr. Pete, so how on earth is this working?
Well, you tell me.
Yeah, so the idea with all of these is you plug them into USB to charge up the battery life. Again, go and look at the specs to compare battery life, but you'll get sort of 5 to 10 hours out of each of these from a full charge. This then plugs in straight into your input jack, so you can take this anywhere in the world. And then you get a pair of normal headphones. You plug them into the micro headphone socket here, and you wear it, and everything you hear is that. But of course, so that we can do a demo and we can all hear it in this room and that you hear it, what we've done is we take the headphone output and we plug it straight into our computer interface and we record that. So just imagine what you're hearing now is what you would hear through headphones. And that's the same with all 3 of these.
And to that, I would like to add, you can charge while you play, right?
You definitely can on that.
Use the USB-C out into your computer, and they will. I think all of them will.
Do you know what, Mr. Pete?
Be a interface.
This could be an Andertons first, where all 3 of the tech products that we're using finally are USB-C.
But are they the same USB-C port?
Who knows?
It could be a 2.1, 3.8, and 6.
Come on, enough talking.
Musk.
This is the first patch, clean chorus.
Sounds good. What can I say? Sounds like something...
Interestingly, I've just noticed that even though on Katana Generation 3 they've added the new push preamp, I just noticed the app still has the old Katana one. So you've got an acoustic simulator, clean, crunch, lead, brown. We are in the guitar mode, by the way. There is a bass mode. Let's have a little look at the next one, modern brown.
Sounds great.
It does sound good. So Boss don't do the whole sort of amp and speaker simulation as separate things. It's just a straightforward, every single one of these amp modes will be speaker emulated to give you the best in-ear sound.
Make it simple. So, I like that to make it simple.
Agree. Warm tone.
Warm tone. Wow, that is warm. Especially on the neck pickup.
Fat clean.
Fat clean.
It sounds good to me. The Katana Go always sounded really, really good. Very, very quickly on here, again, you can see what's happening. If I want to change the preamp type, I just drag this up and down, so you get a... I can adjust the gain and the volume on either side here. I can elect to have a variation. If I want to go over to the EQ, I've got a traditional set of EQ, including presence and cab resonance.
So you set variation.
Yep.
So there is a variation, but not on the.
So you're just missing the pushed.
Right.
But you've got the variation.
Oh yeah, that new push one.
Yes. And then if I hit the effects tab, you see a bucket load of different effects: boost, modulation, delays, reverbs, solos, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a tuner up here, which is pretty cool.
And there's a tuner here. If I click on hold,
as soon as I hit tuner on here,
it comes up there, does it?
Yeah. So you can similarly access the tuner by just pressing a button on there. Actually, that probably leads me on to a good point. You don't have to have the app connected to any of these three. Basically, if you've got preset locations which will store in there. So if you're perfectly happy just to use the same, 20 presets over and over again, or however many it will hold, you do not have to keep loading up your app. It's completely self-sufficient.
Can I just scroll through all the presets here as well, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Look at that.
Session, I'm going to have to remember here, Session was a way I think you could load in videos from YouTube or tracks from YouTube, anything you wanted to, and then effectively set up sort of loops so you could sort of practice along to those. Librarian is, what is Librarian? I think that's where you would create loads and loads of presets beyond what the thing can store. Tone Exchange is where you can go into the cloud and share your presets with other Katana Go users. You had all these different ways of chaining up your effects if you so wished. But that, ladies and gents, as I said, Katana Go, it's big news that it's back, but it's kind of old news in that apart from the shape of the casing and where the volume control is, it's exactly the same as the Katana Go they launched last year. Good news, by the way, if you have one of those old Katana Go's, again, you obviously don't have to be worried that maybe they might discontinue the app or the updates, because it's all the same. Whichever one you've got out the two, all works the same.
Yeah, there's a new firmware update, so it's 1.03
let's just very quickly go through maybe those 4 first presets again, get them in your mind as to what they sounded like, and then we'll compare to some of the presets in the Fender.
Let's do it. I'll take some other ones. Great.
Here we go.
What was this one?
Clean.
And this called Let Everybody Die. You have to have the turtle head. This looks like a turtle's neck. When I do that, it looks like...
Ow. It's all stereo, of course. You're hearing this. It's been recorded in stereo. When you wear your headphones, it'll all be in stereo. What else have we got? Ambient clean. Nice reverb. And I just wanted to, a lot of you will go, or what if, obviously, if you've got a guitar with any kind of surface mount jack, where it's completely on the side or on the top, these will all fit in. The Silver Sky has got a little bit of a domed thing.
Yeah, so that's why we use this just to show.
Some guitars with a really heavily recessed one, like this Ibanez, again, it does still fit. It's a little bit more, you're kind of a little bit more stuck maybe about whether you can see it terribly clearly
Yeah,
from
'cause
when
it
you
only
are, 'cause
bends
it
one way, doesn't it?
So, but it's fine. It does at least fit in. That's what I want to show you there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
hold that a second, Mr. Pete.
I tell you what, because I used to play this guitar and I was using the Katana Air, and with the wireless thing, it doesn't fit in here. You have to have an extender for that.
Ah, right.
Yes.
So we're going to try the Fender next. Let's have a little look here to camera. The Fender one is very slightly smaller, but they both use this same kind of right-angled, movable jack. And the idea is, obviously, as the jack faces forward, the screen is on the front. So here we go, plug this in. I will open up a new app now on my phone. Okay, so you're now looking at the app on the Fender. Everything I said before about, again, whatever presets are in the actual device, you don't have to use the phone.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's only if you want to do some of this deeper editing. Of course, on all three of these as well, you can stream your music from your phone into here as well. So you can do all your jamming along, which is all very, very cool.
You can buy the jam tracks that we've done. It's links below.
So here you can see all of your presets in a long old list. Of course, you can edit all the presets and save new ones if you want to. But here you go. Here's what I don't think anybody does as well as Fender do on these, is that look.
Yeah.
So it's really, really clear. So you can see input on the left, output on the right. You've got 5 different blocks that you can add stuff to. So this particular one, if we wanted to, we could add modulation and delay. And you get real looking pictures. And then if you click on any one of these, you get like a close-up of the amplifier. And then from this screen, if I just want a different amplifier and I hit this replace button, look at all these amplifiers. And that's basically the same, that it works the same regardless of if I want to do the same, if I want to replace the pedal with a different pedal, I can do that. So I have to be honest with you, Fender for the win on the operating system.
Yeah.
But does it sound as good? Let's have a listen, Mr. Pete.
Yeah. I really rate the Tollmaster Pro because of that screen and because of that. It's so easy to use anyway. What is this?
Stadium Lead. Swirling.
Bit over the top, right?
A little bit. Swirling echoes.
It's all left, right, and center, all that stuff. It's just a normal, clean. Why don't we just like first preset? Just be like
that.
Clean. Yeah, it looks cool. But that is the. It's just too much.
Metal.
Oh,
it's
right.
not blues.
I didn't know what the preset was.
BB15 solo. This will be bluesy. A bit harsh again, isn't it?
This is too much, these sounds, right?
I'm going to try and find, because I agree at the moment, as much as I've said I prefer the look of the Fender app, I think I prefer the sound of the Katana one.
Yeah, I agree for this one,
but
absolutely.
I wonder if it is just a question of dialing something in. This wasn't the point of this video, it's like presets versus presets, kind of just a quick comparison. Again, if you want to go and watch our demo of the Micro Mustang, you can go and do that.
Yeah, I think presets are so important. This is for every brand out there, Fender, whoever it is makes these, NUX, whatever. Just if you don't know how to make the presets, ask somebody to do it for you that can know tone, man.
Let's have a little listen here. This is the Vibra Drive. I turned the vibratone off. There's like a characteristic of all the drive tones on the Fender that are a little bit more rolled off on the top end and perhaps a little bit more fuzzy sounding than maybe the drive tones.
You have to go in and set them up, man. You have to tweak a little bit. All of this stuff, in my opinion, you have to tweak.
Let's just go. So if I go back to this, I know I said we wouldn't, but if I go back to this Driven Deluxe,
that sounds nice.
That's the very first one.
A little low end there, I'm not so keen on.
reverb level on it, hasn't it? So let's just...
I still think the bass sounds better.
Keep going.
Keep going, that's what you never say.
We have got on the global EQ a preset bass boost 2, so it's
Yes.
for some reason out the box it's got the maximum bass boost on it.
But
which
I tell you
would
for why,
say
that's
I
good for
wouldn't do
headphones.
it. Yes,
That's
I'm
good
going
for
to change it to
headphones.
flat now on the
Flat.
global EQ.
Have you got another one? Is there flat bass 1, bass 2? Is there like...
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah.
It still seems to me that I want to tweak that. I want to get in there and I want to do some stuff because whether you plugged into the Boss Go, it's like there's a nice tone, boom, easy.
So just again, make your own decisions around which one you liked the sound of. I think we're probably going to lean more towards the Boss for the sound, the Fender for the app. They both have the whole cloud sharing, tone sharing thing. Although the Fender doesn't seem to have like an equivalent of that jam along video thing.
No, you just turn a video on YouTube and jam along.
Exactly. They can both stream music through to them, all that kind of stuff. So that's the Fender. Should we dive onto the NUX?
Yeah, we shall.
I'm pretty sure again.
Do you want to try this and fit that in there?
Let's just see. Do we need to do it on any of them?
I think they all fit in there now, don't they?
They all fit in the weird ones, but have this same issue of they don't swivel.
Yeah, they got the same sort of length.
Right, so last one was the NUX. Again, if you want to just have some little... Fender one is still the smallest one.
NUX feels nice. It's got this kind of... it feels nice to the touch, right?
I'm just saying the NUX one is the only one that doesn't have a screen. So the only way to see what preset you're on is from the colour that the switch lights up. And of course, if you want to use the tuner, you have to use the app. Let's just compare. The NUX looks pretty much the same size as the...
It's quite fatter, isn't it? No, it's same.
Yeah, it is. The Boss one is the biggest one, marginally. Anyway, plug that in, please, Mr. Beat.
The Boss is the biggest.
So again, here is my Mighty Plug Pro app. Fun enough, I've got the guitar amp that goes with this app. The little sort of, it's their little Bluetooth speaker thing, which I really like.
They all work with the same one, right? It's like anything. It's a bit like what's it called? What's the Spark? All of those things works with one.
The same app.
Works with the same thing.
So you can see off here, it's maybe, I don't know if it's probably the most complex of the three apps in terms of visually what you're supposed to see. But across the top here, you've got your 7 presets, and you can see as I change them, all the lights underneath are changing. Where it says gate on one side and RVB on the other, they're your effects blocks. So actually, you can have quite a lot of blocks chained up together on here if you want. And adjusting them is as simple as hitting the block that you want to adjust. Hit where it says reverb to change different kinds of reverbs, and then just again you drag your finger up and down on here to change stuff. So it's really, really simple to do. I quite like this Super Reverb app. Across the bottom, this has a drum machine built in. You mock me, but we were watching a little John Mayer video over the weekend, right? And it's just, he often does a sort of a... Maybe his drum machine sounded a bit better, but...
he wasn't using a drum machine for that, though, but...
He was. He said
he
he dials it in and then jams over like a... Or maybe he had just a
Well, it's another video
going.
then. It wasn't the one I sent to you. It's another one. Io Posten does that a lot.
So, yeah, you can adjust the volume and you've got lots of, you've got loads and loads of different patterns and blah, 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 blah. So, but anyway, the jam track thing is... another way of loading in tracks and then setting up loops so that you can play them round and around and around. And as I've said with all the other ones here, if you just want to Bluetooth, you can just stream your music via Bluetooth. Okay, so let's have a listen to some of these presets then.
I mean, it's got lots of effects on it, but... They're straight in there with the big sounds, aren't they? But listen to all the effects on there. It's like delay and reverb.
I can turn these off or turn.
Oh,
what's that? Jazz chorus.
Take me down to the Paradise City. I'll tell you what they all have. They all have sort of a little this kind of thing. Can you hear that?
Yeah, a little bit nasally.
A little bit nasally.
Yeah. Have we got a global EQ on here as well? Doesn't look like we've got global EQ here. No. We just have to do that per patch. Let's get something.
Nothing wrong with that. What are we comparing these things to other than each other? We're not comparing it to a real amp. You know, we're not comparing it to QC or right. Are we? No, not really. Well, look, it's like these is for sitting at home on the sofa, plug in your headphones and have a little noodle, whatever.
Yeah. None of these devices actually come with the headphones. No. So bear in mind, you know, if you don't own a pair of headphones, you're going to have to add that on. I think we do some bundles on our website.
Yeah. I was just about to
They're
say.
not dissimilar prices. All these. The NUX I think is $89. Katana Go $109. Mustang Plus $119. So yeah, look. What's my opinion? There isn't really a bad one. I think when you factor in that these are all about the same price as a sort of an okay guitar pedal. You know what I mean? So none of them are nothing like as expensive as buying a real amp or a big floorboard or something. They're all going to travel with you and work. We've been selling the NUX for a few years now, so they're all similarly reliable. Yeah. I probably think their strong points are then Katana wins for tone, Fender wins for just the elegance of the app.
Yeah.
And NUX, I don't know, it's just got a lot of stuff. It's probably got the most effects, the cheapest price, the drum machine. It's just got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So look,
any of these will work, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, but well done to Boss for getting the Katana Go back into production, because it was crazy popular last year, and it was a bit of a shame that we had to spend the second half of last year without them in stock.
We cried.
We did cry.
We cried and cried and cried.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you found this little shootout useful, and you can buy all three of these from Andertons by following the links in the description below.
You should. And buy a t-shirt while you're there.
See you next time. Au revoir.